Welcome to the Onion Buns. So last week we talked or introduced the principles of the game through the Founders video. Now, before we go into more Founders videos, let's touch on some of the concepts that were brought up in that video. One of the main ones that was brought up and I spoke on as well was time dilation. Time dilation plays a major role in Exodus. From everything I can see, the game is really, it's kind of the focal point of the game. So it's probably best if we delve deeper into that. So let's do that. Time dilation, fleeing a dying Earth via ark ships in the 23rd century, our ancestors' emotional journey stands as a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. Journeying at near light speed in search of new worlds to settle, time itself slowed down to a crawl. We weren't just traveling in space, but sprinting into the future. As our ancestors traversed thousands of light years, countless ships vanished into the abyss, swallowed by the vast emptiness of space. But a lucky or faithful few reached the Centauri cluster, where they were hundreds of habitable worlds, and sent out the green signal, a message calling all humanity to come join them. The other ark ship heeded the message. As we sailed on the edge of light speed, the consequences of time dilation exacted a cost. Although the trip to Centauri took only decades for those still on the ark ships, tens of thousands of years passed for the people who sent the green signal. Over time, these early voyages established empires and evolved into species as varied as the stars in the sky. They were barely recognizable as humans, now known only to us as celestials. Not only did these hyper-advanced celestials see us as primitives by the time we reached Centauri, but we were regulated to backwater worlds, isolated, ostracized, and controlled by our evolved ancestors. Our sole beacon of hope, the travelers, courageous explorers who journeyed the stars, unearthing ancient and powerful technologies on the dead worlds of extinct celestial civilizations. For the life of a traveler, time becomes your enemy, a force you cannot see or escape, a concept distorted by the unfathomable speeds at which you traverse through space. What may seem like mere hours or days to you can equate to years, even decades passing for those you leave behind. With each exodus, you are confronted not only by the dangers that lie waiting for you across this universe, but also by the emotional toll of your absence on those you love. Each choice you make while you are traveling on your interstellar missions is magnified by the reality of time dilation, and the cost and consequences are often paid by your entire civilization and the friends and family you leave behind. At the center of the Exodus mission lies the Pathways, an interstellar transportation network assessed only via the gates of heaven. Massive artifacts constructed and maintained by mysterious, hyper-advanced beings called the Elohim. The gates of heaven are a technological marvel that enables us to explore worlds beyond the reach of conventional spacecraft. Yet, amidst the dangers and immense toil your journeys exact, a sense of purpose exists that propels you and your companions further into the unknown. The celestial artifacts that you are searching for hold the power to both creation and destruction. Uncovering just one of them could completely change the course of an entire civilization. Over the passing millennia, you will observe the immense impact that your choices have on your descendants, your world, and humanity as a whole. That's the price you pay for being a traveler. Traveler's Creed. We sail on the edge of light speed, where time moves differently. As each day goes by, years pass for those we leave behind. Our service, our sacrifice, discovers worlds, seeds hope, breaks empires. We are the travelers. So that's what Exodus Archetype has to say about time dilation. It clearly is the foundation that this game is built around. And as I said in the last video, what I personally think, and I don't have any evidence on this, this is just my interpretation of it, is that the game replayability is going to be so massive in this game because of the time dilation. Because you're going to leave a companion behind. You won't have a choice. We know you travel with two companions. So So you're going to end up leaving companions behind. So you'll do this story with these two companions, but what about these companions? What about their story? So you're going to replay the game, and this time you're going to take two of those companions. And while the main game might stay the same, how it affects the companions will change, which will create the replayability. And I'm just assuming the main game will stay the same, because that seems like a ton of programming to create a main game for each companion. And well, maybe in 30 years they'll do that in computer games. I don't think we're quite there yet. But still, the replayability aspect is major to me. And the time dilation is key to that replayability. And the other thing they mentioned is the gates of heaven. The gates of heaven, in my mind, are the, what were they calling Mass Effect? Well, the gates. You know, you go through the gate, you go to a different... But in Mass Effect, they didn't do the time dilation. Here, they're doing time dilation. And in Mass Effect, the gates were created by the Reapers. Here, they're created by advanced culture. Maybe it is the Reapers. Maybe it's something similar to the Reapers. Maybe it's something completely different. We don't know. But there's similarities between the two. So anyway, that's my entry this week on time dilation. I'm going to play the video on time dilation. So sit back and enjoy this. This is actually quite a beautiful little video.
We both knew the cost of using the gates. When you travel at light speed, time slows to a crawl. It was only days for me, but an entire lifetime passed for her. And in the chaos of those final moments, we never said goodbye.
So yeah, you saw that in the last video, but it was worth replaying because it really does tell you the effects of time dilation and shows you gameplay, which again, this is all pre-alpha gameplay, and it blows my mind how good it looks. Like, from what I've read, these are not cinematic trailers. These are actual in-game gameplay that they have at the pre-alpha stage. So I can only imagine how beautiful it's going to be. I can also only imagine how beefed up your systems are going to be. Luckily, I'm pretty sure mine will handle it. But yeah, if you're running some old 1080 Ti cards or something like that, and you're interested in this game for next year, you're probably going to have to beef up your system some. But anyway, yeah, so that's the second video on Exodus. It's the game I'm most looking forward to coming out. As I said, I only buy one new game a year. I'll buy a bunch of $5-10 games throughout the year, but I only pay full price for one game a year anymore. And this one is going to get my pre-order without a doubt. So anyway, that's all I have for you today. If you like this video, please like, subscribe, and share. I'm trying to grow the channel. A like, a subscribe, and a share does me great, and never assume I don't appreciate it. I appreciate it greatly for the people that do like, subscribe, and share. If you don't like the video, leave a dislike. Always feel free to leave a comment. Don't worry, I don't swing my cane too strongly anymore if I dislike your comment. And as always, pew, 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 and shit. Thanks for watching. Bye.